always ask me if I want to learn more when I'm in the middle of a live. Why would I want to learn more in the middle?
Challenged.
Well, I can't hit like and then learn more as it's going live. Hey guys, hold on a minute.
Hi.
I'm going to learn more about going live. How about that?
He needs to. We both need to, but
All
we
right.
were just commenting on.
Hey, look, we're live.
Boop.
All right.
All right, let me get it up over here.
We got nobody on except for, well, you're not even on yet.
Well, I gotta get there. Jeepers.
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 I don't like the fact that man has had on your life.
Don't. Oh.
Alright, well, if you get on here, well, I don't know why I'm saying that because nobody's going to see that. You're going to say, when you get on here, say hi, but they'd have to re-watch it and it'll be too late to say hi at that point.
Okay. Video signal.
It's not 8 o'clock yet.
It's not 8 o'clock.
You still have a couple minutes.
Alright.
Well, we do have somebody on one of them.
It's probably me.
You're on both of them?
No, I'm not on
You're
both
on one of them.
Hi.
So somebody's on you. Turn that off, so.
Hey, stop yelling at me.
Come on!
Jeez.
Whomever's on here, say hi. What does that say? Russell St. John. What's up, Russell? Alright. Alright, guys. So, we are on here to talk about the last video. The video I dropped on Tuesday, which is the Chickamauga Lake breakdown for Chester Frost Park. So, if you saw that... what's up, Alex? If you saw that Chickamauga Lake breakdown one and you have any questions or whatever, tips or whatever you want, by all means, holler at me and I'll comment or answer your question or whatever the case is. So by all means, at any point, you're welcome to answer questions or comment something about that video that you liked or did not like. If you did not like it, I'll just probably ignore you, but I'm just kidding. She gets all worried. She gets so worried about y'all. It's going good, Alex. You doing all right down there in old Lake Caddo? I'm jealous. That lake is such a frog in heaven, and it's such a beautiful lake. I stayed with Vince down there in his house, and he lives right on the lake, and it is absolutely gorgeous. We're hoping to get down there again to do, he said, and that was one thing I saw on your, what was I going to say?
Post? Picture?
Yeah, something like that. You had a couple frogs laid out, and then you had one of the snatch and shad laid out, that red one, which is a killer. But you need to have that purple, that royal purple. According to Vince, that is the color. That was great, honey. Just knock them over. Just put them anywhere. Anyway, royal purple, Alex. That seems to be the one that you want. What's up, Kyle? And
I keep trying.
We're gonna get down there.
I keep losing the big ones. He says.
We're.
That's every fisherman's famous line.
Yeah, you and me both.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm on a really rough string here lately. I have it's going on 2 years where I've had multiple over 7 on, I'd say, and they keep coming unbuttoned. Now, not on the frog, just with other stuff. Like on the frog,
hey, Kyle.
I haven't been, well, I'll take that back. I did have one. I don't know how big it was, but I had one hit my frog on Lake Caddo, and it just snapped the line immediately. But it was because the day before, Vince had a client that had said he knew how to take out a backlash and that kind of stuff, and was picking at it, and he probably nicked the line. And
I'm glad you got proof, Kyle, or Alex. He says we got all the proof, though.
Hey, I tell you what, taking video now, I can come home with all kinds of fish stories, but now I have video evidence of it, so that's almost as good as catching it. Almost. Not quite, but almost. But
might have been on the frog. Yeah. Excellent.
So again, if any of y'all have a question about the Chickamauga Lake breakdown, the Chester Frost thing, let me know. I'd be happy to answer it for you. And if you have just questions about the lures or whatever, we can talk about whatever you'd like. The if you did see the Chickamauga Lake breakdown or the Chester Frost, obviously that's the kind of stuff that you guys want to see because that video is done really well. We're on day 3 now since I launched it. Well, I launched it at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Today's Friday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I'd say something like that. Anyway, but we're well over 1,000 views and it's got good watch time. So those seem to be the videos that you guys really want to see, even more so than visiting awesome places like Fork and Caddo and places like that. You want to see me break it down and show you exactly where I'm fishing, which is fine. I like
break it down.
yeah, I like to force myself to explore and do new things. So that's fine with me. I'm not too upset about it. But yeah, if you see any questions that people write on there, I can't see it. It's got little tiny writing on the bottom.
He just says happens to the best of us, and that's what I'm saying, Alex.
Yeah. But put that just on here.
He's mad about my fan again.
Well, she's like, she's got like
hot.
Yeah, you got like lava coursing through your veins. And I'm over here, you know, getting froze out and.
He's a wussy. Sorry, I said that out loud. You laughed. My bad.
I want to make her run this.
Make me run nothing. I'm old. I can't run anymore.
Remember the last time I had you do this whole live and you start singing some crazy song?
I'm bringing sexy back.
No, that wasn't it.
What was I singing?
I don't know.
Oh, no. He didn't know what he was talking about.
I gotta cut her off. You never know what's gonna come out of her mouth.
That's true. Hey, Gary.
What's up, Gary?
See, now you have YouTube over here, so you're gonna have to look there because I only have Facebook over here.
Well, we have you and Gary on right now.
Hi, Julie.
What's up, Julie?
That's my friend. She's my friend.
Oh, we got Ben on too. So, anyway, what's up, Ben? Anyway, okay. So, y'all let me know if you want me to cover anything. If you got anything you want me to cover, Julie, I know Jonathan and William and Denny and all them. Make sure they look at that Chester Frost breakdown. I broke down Chester Frost, and I know they're looking for places to fish on Chickamauga. So, you know, give them a heads up on that. Anywho, all right. Well, what do we got to talk about, honey?
This is your show.
You just in it?
I'm just here for the comic relief.
Well, give us a thumbs up if you think she's good comic relief.
I am good.
You're gonna get a bunch of thumbs up. Watch. You can see thumbs up going all over the place. All right.
We had 25 names go in the wheel this week. So
yeah, thank you for that. Cooperate. What is it? When somebody cooperates? No, not cooperates.
Cooperation.
Anyway, thank you for the comments and that kind of stuff. In the video, you know, we had a lot more participation. That's what it was, participation. Thank you for the participation. I had a brain fart.
Hey, Brian.
What's going on, Brian? But anyway, thank you for the participation in the last video. Like I said, obviously I see the kind of videos that you guys want. You really want me to break it down, show you exactly where I'm at and what I'm throwing, how I figure it out, that kind of thing. Now, truth be told, I didn't spend the whole day in Chester Frost. So, I know the rules are supposed to be I'm supposed to spend the whole day there. It was very difficult because I know coves like that, especially this time of year.
Hey, Brian.
They are really. What's up, Brian? They are really going to be difficult, to put it lightly. I know that the majority of the action, at least the fast action, is going to be on the main lake, near the main lake channel. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to be just a little ways off the main lake, but they're going to be mostly. You'll be able to find good schools. And I'll be honest, I after I caught 5 fish in Chester Frost, I decided to go somewhere else, and because I hadn't been on the lake in so long, I wanted to check a couple places. So I went to a bluff, caught several on it, and then I went up around Sequoia, and I caught, I don't know, probably 30. So I found a little school. You know, that those bass this time of year, they really peel off of that structure, and they will follow the schools of shad. And a lot of times right now it's going to be on that main lake. Now as it cools,
Hey, Tom.
what's going on, Tom? As it cools, as the year starts to progressively get cooler, those bait fish will start to move back into the back of those creeks, and they'll start getting in that grass. What's up?
Kyle says, I'll throw something out there when the frog bite is on. When the frog bite is on in the next month or so, do you notice a change? Is speed to work it further into the season, or do you usually work it the same year round?
It really depends daily, Kyle. I'll be honest. At least that's how I fish my frog. You know, it may be one day where you have to literally pop it. You know, 1, 2, let it sit for 20 seconds. 1, 2, let it sit for 20 seconds, and they'll hammer it. Other times, you've got it. You know, I'll throw it out there and I'm popping it real fast, and they react to that. You know, almost like a cat chasing something. They'll just react and they'll hammer it. But day to day, I let the fish tell me. However, depending on the time of the season, I'll start with a certain retrieve that I think is more likely. In the middle of when it gets cold, late or in November, for instance, or in March, I'm going to start with a slow retrieve. And then as it warms, I'm going to go with a faster retrieve. I'll probably start with a faster retrieve and slow down as need. That's kind of how I go. The warmer it is, the faster I'm going to start. The colder it is, the slower I'm going to start. And then go from there.
Gary says the cove over by Sequoia is ridiculous right now. Alex says it definitely changes daily, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's just kind of how I do it. And I also change the retrieve based on the cover that I'm fishing. A lot of times, open water. Yeah. I mean, I'll a lot of times if they're chasing those shad, I'll keep my frog moving, and really making a lot of commotion. Like I'll do a real fast walk so that shad. I like throwing like the stranded shad and the purple shad in those cases, but I'll make it walk real fast so it's just like they can't get a really good look at it, but there's a lot of commotion going on, and they just come up and hammer it. But other times, like for instance, if there's a lot of insects on the top of the water, or especially if there's like a cicada hatch or something like that, I'll throw I'll throw something out there and just kind of twitch and let it sit for a minute. But I do a lot more skipping up under overhang, stuff like that.
Kyle says, dang, throw it as early as March.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can find a reservoir that has primrose, that usually stays pretty healthy, or pretty decent all the way through the wintertime. On Gunnersville in particular, I'll go out in March and I'll really focus on that primrose with, I like to throw that spicy meatball, that brown one, around the primrose, and I like to throw the ripple frog. And you just work it, real slow, and you kind of, look for those holes. You jump, pop in that hole, and they'll just destroy it. I've done very well on Gunnersville like that. And on Chickamauga, you don't really have much vegetation at that time, but those fish will get up shallow. And I've been out with Billy Wheat, and we've thrown a frog, the loudmouth edition, and thrown it in 2 feet of water in March and caught them. And I'll fish it as late as I can in the season. I've actually caught fish on Chickamauga in December on a frog. Now, when it's cold, near the end of the year, I'll throw that little tiny ripple frog too, and usually in a shad pattern. Um, but yeah, if you can find any grass that's still topped out in December, and there are very few patches, but you can find one. You throw a frog in there, you can get bit.
Alex says, yep, I've caught him in February on the frog. Just got to know when to throw and what cadence needs to be used.
Yeah, yeah. It's when it's cold. Typically, it's something a little bit slower cadence. Um, I'll just do a lot longer pauses. Like for instance, I'll throw it. Like I was actually on Salacoa, a little reservoir in west Georgia, and I got a nice one to roll on the killer gill, and now I basically it just showed me where it was and it missed the frog, but then I was able to come right behind it and punch it out of there. So, but a lot of times during that time, like that cold part of the year, I'll twitch it like 3 times fast, twitch, and then I'll let it sit, for 20-30 seconds, and then just slowly twitch it after that. And they seem it's almost like something that fell in the water, and before the cold could take hold, it was able to move to the grass, and then the cold starts taking hold, and that's kind of what I'm trying to mimic there anyway. What?
Sounded good.
It is good. It is good. Didn't just sound good. It is.
It was good.
It was good. But yeah, that's kind of how I do try to take into account the time of the year, the mood of the fish, all those things, and that goes with how things are progressing as you go out there. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I saw Kyle that on that day one video that you released on Leech Lake. I saw you catch them pretty good on that frog. Now you need to holler at us. Let everybody know what you catch them on. but no, yeah, you caught some good ones on that. It looked like you were throwing the loudmouth whiteout. Might have been the wave frog whiteout. I'm not sure, but I saw a couple good ones you caught.
I didn't have a
That was
chance
cool.
to watch it, yeah.
I'd like to get up there and do some fish. There's so many places in the country that I want to fish.
If he goes to every single one of them, I'll never see him. So
That's true.
Alex says that's how I've been catching them recently, with the 3 quick pulls and then kill it.
Yeah, yeah. It seems to be a really good way. I don't know why that seems to get strikes, but it works. But yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. This time of year, you're gonna find me closer to the main river channel. You might find me on those little tiny coves that come off the river channel, but you're seldom gonna find me in the backs of creeks. And so Chester frost for me this time of year, I might check it. If there's some good grass mats, I'll check them. But here lately, the last 4 or 5 years, there hasn't been very good grass mats until October, really, in Chester frost. I was happy to find some grass mats for that video, but those grass mats were only in about 1.5 feet of water, so there was like hardly any water underneath them. So I really wasn't anticipating catching anything back there, but I pulled back there, and if you'll notice, I started on that laydown, and the laydown had reached out enough into the water that I thought there might be something on it, that I could throw a jig or a flippy doodad in there and get a bite, but that didn't happen. So I kind of, as I was doing that, I heard, like, I saw a mat over to my left, but it didn't look like it was in deep enough water, so I wasn't going to hit it. But then as I was fishing, I heard some popping over there, so I was like, all right, there's some bait fish over there, I might as well give it a shot. And it wasn't my third cast that I got one that I caught that first one on the frog. And then I had a nice one swirl under it a couple casts later, and but wasn't able to get that one to bite. And then I figured, all right, well, I'm gonna check all these mats then, and I went back that way, and there wasn't much going on back there, to be honest, but there were some fish obviously present, so I just try to cover it and try to find some deeper water and that kind of stuff. I even punched some of those patches and without any luck. But anyway, I did find a few more good fish back there. But honestly, when I left Chester Frost, I found a couple places that I caught them quickly, and there's multiple fish. Um, so so the theory still holds true that the closer to the main lake this time of year is probably going to be your best bet. Um, but it does, like, obviously, as you saw in the video, that doesn't mean that you can't find some fish even shallow, because that's the whole kind of the premise of those breakdown series, is that I try to show you where you can fish from the bank if you don't have a boat. So obviously, if you don't have a boat, you got to fish from the bank. Your options are limited. So even with options being limited, you can, if you have, you can usually find some place that you can catch them. If you have a big enough area, you can get to a couple different depths, then you can still catch them.
Kyle said practice was golden nugget, then day one with white with overcast, and up there was fast as I could work it. Alex said nothing's too shallow, man.
Yeah, I'm learning that, Alex, that not too shallow. But yeah, Kyle, that lake, I mean, you wouldn't know that, you wouldn't be able to tell that between Florida and Leech Lake. Looking at the video, it looks just like Florida. Obviously, it's not. There's lots of smallmouth and stuff like that up there. But yeah, I'd love to get up there at some point. I'm hoping that
Ben.
we get to a point. What's up, Ben? We get to a point. He was just on the YouTube one, so he must have transferred over to the Facebook one.
We have a transfer.
Yeah. I was gonna make it. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. We'll get canceled. But yeah, I want to get up there. Some of those lakes up there north, they simply don't get the pressure that the lakes down south get, and it just looks like it would be a lot of fun. But yeah, did you catch that, Kyle? Did you catch that 5-pounder on the frog? I wasn't sure. I know you in practice you caught one that was pushing 5. I wasn't sure what you caught that one on, but you let me know. What else was I gonna say?
No, I don't know. Any northern lake with green fish, they're so untouched it can be lights out.
Yeah.
One is way too far. I don't know.
That
one is way too far.
Oh yeah, that one's up there ways. And if you look at the map, we really don't have any in Minnesota. Completely blank. We only have a single store up there. We're hoping to change that here soon, and we'll see what happens. But obviously we're doing a lot of growing, so yeah. If you guys do some traveling or whatever, make sure you stop into the different stores and if they don't have us, that's all the more reasons why you should ask them if they carry us.
He said it was flipping. I had over 15 a day on Frog Easy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good day. I actually was just talking to somebody who's on Gunnersville, and they said they were catching 30 and 40 a day on a frog. That's incredible. So I'm hoping to get down there maybe here soon.
Hey, Ricky.
Would you guys be, what's up, Ricky? Would you guys be interested in a lake breakdown of Gunnersville or Nickajack or any of the other surrounding lakes? I know you've had a lot of interest in Chickamauga, which is fine. I'll continue doing those. But are some of the other lakes in this area, do they interest you? And doing the same style that I have done for the Chickamauga one, but just Gunnersville and that kind of thing. Obviously that would give you, I don't care about hiding spots. I want to go and dissect it and just I want to dissect it as I go. If you go out there with preconceived notions and they're going to be at this spot, they're going to be at this spot, they're going to be at that spot, then that's a recipe to have a really slow day. You could whack them. I'm not gonna say that, but if you go out there and you're not sure where you're gonna catch them or how you're gonna catch them, it may take you a little while to find them. But I find that I have some of my best days that way because I'm more open to what's actually going on that day. Um, and you know, I may burn 5 or 6 hours before I really start to get a hold on what's going on. But
Ben said Gunnersville with a CRB frog would be awesome.
okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Ben, if you hadn't seen around, or I guess it was in October or September last year, I dropped a Gunnersville video where me and Wade Beatty went out for, it was a frog and only tournament on Gunnersville, and had our big fish not died, we would end up third in that one.
But
Keith got
came in
second.
second.
Yeah, Keith and his wife Penny got second on Gunnersville, and this was a frog and only, so you could throw any brand of frog. But yeah, they got second place. They were throwing the smoke color on Gunnersville. Yeah.
Was it Wave?
Yeah, the
Okay.
wave.
I didn't know if they were using Ripple or if it was Wave.
No, it was the wave. So he was throwing the smoke colored wave frog on Gunnersville last year around this time, and he caught him good. Now Wade and I, we pre-fished and we were trying not to swing on him. And I bet you, and we were fishing with the tsunami. And because we really wanted just to show themselves, so that way we knew what areas were good and that kind of thing for the tournament the next day. But we went out there. I don't know how many fish blew up on our tsunami frog, and we had to sit there and wait and kind of give pressure and wait for him to let go. I mean, but then when it came time for the tournament, we were throwing the tsunami and swinging, but they kept missing it entirely. Like, it was so frustrating because, you know, like I said the day before, I bet you we sat there and waited on probably at least 15, if not 20 bass that grabbed that tsunami frog, that big one, and they pulled it down, and we're holding it, and we just you know, kind of hit the button and let them take line, and just eventually we kind of gave a little bit of pressure so they would spit it out, and they held on to it forever. We could have swung that hook or swung that rod and set the hook probably,
Hey, JP.
you know, 24 times. What's up, JP? But anyway, the next day we went out and we caught a bunch. We caught a whole bunch. So I'm wanting to get down there and do some more frogging. And of course I got no problem showing you where I went and what I caught and all that kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons, like, if I go fishing with somebody, you know, I get a lot of people that contact me and they really want to go out fishing with me and show me some stuff. And I have to admit, as much as I want to go out and fish, like, I'm a little apprehensive because I don't want to show other people your stuff, you know.
You're a honey hole.
Yeah, you're a honey hole. That's my spot. I don't care, you know, because I like to find new spots. But I don't want to tell somebody else. In fact, most of the time when I go out, before I go out with somebody else, I'll tell you and I'll give you a heads up. Hey, don't take me to a place that you don't want other people to see, because I'm not hiding stuff. So anyway, so keep that in mind. If I ever go fishing with you, make sure you let me know.
The world will see it.
Now, if you're like, you know, it may come, you know, where I just want to get out and go fishing without having to worry about it.
There are no honey holes anymore.
You ain't wrong, Gary. But yeah, sometimes, you know, if you give me a heads up beforehand, you know, we can just go out and catch some fish and not video. But yeah, I do like the videos. I do like to do content for other people. But anyway, all right. Well, if you guys don't have questions, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this drawing. Like I said, we have 25 people that are in this drawing that left comments on that video, the Chester Frost breakdown video. So we'll do the wheel of.
Yeah, stop yawning.
Here we are. So we got all of you entered on here. We'll do a random. All right.
Should be in the middle.
It is. All right. Ready? There we go.
As long as you didn't move it.
I didn't move nothing. I touched the screen, didn't
Well,
I?
if you did touch it.
There it is. Okay. There it goes. Alright, who's going to win?
Hey, JP. We're doing great. I hope you guys are well.
Greg Hidday.
Oh,
Greg, I tell you what, buddy, you got some luck. He's won 2 of these, and he also won the what is it? The Christmas giveaway.
The Christmas giveaway.
He won because every year, if you guys aren't aware, every year I do a giveaway, and he won 7 lures for the Christmas giveaway. But all right, Greg, well, you won again. I will contact you and you let me know what you want, and I'll get it to you. He said he also wanted to, because I just talked to him a couple days ago. He said he wanted a shirt too.
Yeah, I just mailed him one this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
your wife's on it.
We should have, Greg. You should have won it earlier, and then I could have got you. No, I'm just kidding.
Shirts are not.
No, but yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, Greg. What's JP saying here?
Good. Just crawled in the bed, hitting up Salco in the morning.
All right. Let me know how you do, JP. Let me know if that frog or that punch and bite is a possibility. I know you don't want to punch that primrose and stuff, but I'm telling you, I bet you catch them doing that.
You're welcome, Ben. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate, yes, yeah, Gary, we did send it to the right address. Thank you. That was her fault.
You're not going to ever let me live that down. Sorry, buddy. I at least send it to the right Gary Phillips.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, again, guys, I appreciate you. If you don't have any questions for me, just let me know. And but anyway, we'll do this as I continue to put forth videos on Tuesday. The following Friday, we'll do a video like this.
Hooked on Adventures. What's up, everyone? Hey,
what's
how
up,
are
man?
Ya?
All right. But all right, if we don't have any other questions or nothing like that,
that's it.
Again, appreciate you guys, and until next time, tight lines. All right, let me get out there.
You never can.
I never can.